This is a quick demo of KT, Kinect Terrain. We just call it KT for short. This application allows you to modify terrain in 3D using the Kinect sensor with your computer. It was developed by myself, Willem van der Merwe, and sorry if I get this wrong, Theodor Nita and Peter Tomisek. It uses the OpenNI library, and we've also been asked to use open frameworks to develop this application. So we have a quick explanation of what you see on the screen. In the top left hand corner you will see that I'm outputting the depth data we're getting from the Kinect sensor. In the middle of the screen you'll see the terrain that I'm going to sculpt with an indicator of which part of the terrain I'm working on. Bottom left hand corner you'll see two buttons and an indicator. The indicator is red, showing that it doesn't detect any hands at this point. If I raise my right hand, it turns orange, and you can see that I can control the target of what part of the terrain I'm going to interact with. I can control all three axes, X, Y and Z. If you look at the very left hand edge of the screen, you should be able to see the height my hand is at. There are also two thresholds, a high threshold and a low threshold, between which is a dead zone, where I'm not interacting with the terrain at all. As soon as I raise my left hand, the indicator button turns green, showing me that I'm now interacting with the terrain. Lifting my left hand increases the radius, the area of the terrain I'm working with, and lowering it reduces it. Using this I can now go and sculpt this into a mountain or a valley as I see fit. At the moment this is running in debug mode, so the frame rate is about 1/10 of what it could be, and it's running around 10 frames a second. You should, once the terrain gets high enough, see some very nice blending effects going on there. It uses OpenGL, and it blends between three different textures based on the slope of the terrain. Very high slope gives you the rocky texture you see. The more flat areas, grass and sand in between these two. And then when I drop down my left hand to below the lowest the radius can go, I can then, as soon as it sees my hand, I can then interact with the UI. Oh goodness. The UI was made in such a way where it can be interacted with using both the Kinect sensor as well as mouse and keyboard, so it's very well designed. If I hover over the button long enough, it triggers a click. In this case I'm just going to try and reset the terrain. There you go. The other function would be to export the terrain we've generated to a file that can then be imported in Max from Maya. The idea would be that in the future this could become a tool in a asset pipeline to generate and sculpt 3D terrain in a much more intuitive way than you would with normal methods. I'll leave it there. If you have any questions, please do post questions in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching.